Good morning. I wanted to open up this recording with a statement and a question. What story are you currently still living? The story that you are currently living may not be in alignment to whom you are meant to be today. You might still be operating on an old narrative or stories told about you in someone else's perspective. Allow me to ask you, what story do you have that didn't have the fullness of clarity and truth to public view or opinion? I say this because I was one of those persons. I was one of those persons that showed you what I wanted you to see. And I kept closely guarded what I didn't want you to see. And I was really good at it. So good that nobody knew about it. And the ones that did were really small amount that never shared or told anyone else. You see, I'm not just a Reiki master. I'm not just a universal transformation life coach for personal and professional development. I'm not just a social engineering networker on your behalf to bring up presence of your business and visibility exposure to your craft or service that you have for the community. I am much more. You see, I learned at a very early age that if I desired something and I wanted something and I was passionate about it, I needed to guard it. I needed to protect it because someone would assume the role that they had authority over stripping what I was passionate about away. So I did all the role fulfillment. I embodied the avatar of David. And I was in choir, I was in church, I was in drama and theater, I was in sports, I was in uh, so many curricular activities at the behest of someone else thinking I should do. But in secret, I was living a different life, a double life, if you might say so, at the same time. At age 16, I became a third degree black belt in Shotokan Karate. Age 17, which I was training alongside the same progression, but in a different form, Taekwondo. I became a first degree black belt. And it was done in silence. It wasn't done in auditory fashion. I didn't have an audience for praise or to diminish it. I kept it guarded closely. At the age of 23, while serving in the service, I learned basic Krav Maga. When I got out of the service, I trained in another form of martial arts called Hapkido, in which I rose through the ranks as a brown belt holder in Hapkido. The only reason why I didn't proceed any further is because the instructor I had moved on, transitioned from this life into the next form. And each one that I connected with or inquired with wanted me to start back at the beginning. So they felt comfortable. They wouldn't allow me to test. They wouldn't allow me to um, supersede their expectations. So I didn't proceed any further. At the age of 34, I pursued another path. I became what I desired to become, a holistic minded practitioner. In secret, no one knew. People knew I could cook because I began cooking at a young age. My passion was in the kitchen. My other passion was creating art with food, but it was often not yielded with approval because it disrupted what others became familiar with as a meal or something they felt was not in alignment to their familiarity of pattern when it came to food. And I would do plating, presentation, depth of flavor, you name it. Everything to make a dish appealing to all of the senses. But there was one thing you couldn't change, and that's the mindset of another individual. The only one that has the power to change that mindset is that individual. The only one that has the power to challenge or to change your mindset and elevate in life is you. I can provide the tools, the resources. I can provide you daily guidance and step with you along the path, but I cannot do the work for you. That's your work you are meant to do. And you are meant to sift through yourself, upheave the old narratives. You see, I had people telling stories for me, writing my story for me, and many of the times I wasn't around. So I kept the two lives synchronized to where on the outside to the public view, familial, social, colleagues, you name it, saw only one perspective image that I allowed them to see. But on the other side, I kept to myself everything I desired to do. And I made it work. I balanced it out. To a certain degree, and at that age of 34, I became a level 4 Tai Chi practitioner. Fast forward to today, and I became a level 3 Reiki master, teacher, and practitioner. And I would spend every level a full year of daily practice and cultivation on myself and others that wanted it until that one full year was done. I did not move into level 2 and learn level 2 and practice level 2. I studied, I practiced, I cultivated the experience of level 2 for a full calendar year before transitioning into learning, applying, and cultivating master level of Reiki in Shikai Ryoho Reiki. Alongside Reiki, I was also learning, applying, practicing Kundalini Yoga. At the same time, I became a master teacher practitioner in Reiki. I became an instructor in Kundalini Yoga. And along this path, I built up a portfolio of certifications. Certifications in holistic manner that aligned to my goals to serve myself and serve the community. You see, this is only an abridged version of my story, and only one story that has come to light, to the light of awareness and conscious acknowledgement. I have many stories yet to unveil. What is your story? Share it. Let people become familiar with the authentic you and rise up out of the shadows of the facade you and step into your own power of uniqueness. Comment below your story or share it in an email. Connect with me on Facebook. You can send it in a direct message. I'm interested in your story, your true, authentic story. And if you like the content that you are receiving, click that like button. Tap that bell to be notified every time new content is uploaded and ready for viewing. Share the channel with others that you feel might be in alignment to help them rise up out of their darkness into the light, to help them elevate in vibration and vibrate daily. There are many roles people come to think that we must fulfill or expected to fulfill. Understand that no one has power or control over you unless you give them some form of power and authority over you, over the decisions you make, over the choices you make, over the paths you walk. You see, I no longer have the fear of someone stripping away what I desire to equip myself with the knowledge of and put into practice and apply. I uprooted that fear and let it go. And a lot of our walls of resistance is because we haven't done a self-investigation and a true releasing of the attachment that allows that wall to exist. If you would like to know more, if you would like one-on-one coaching, if you would like me to visit, if you would like to invite me to your business and help with your team in developing them for personal and professional growth, because I am holistic, so I serve the whole self, not just one aspect of the self. Connect with me. Call me up, send me an email. My information is out there. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Yelp. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Nextdoor. You can find me on Google. If this message resonated with you and you would like to partner in a capacity to get your feet back in alignment to the path and purpose you desired to become, connect with me. And let's revisit what you once desired to want to be before the world put their claws in you and conditioned you to how they wanted you to show up. Namaste. I love you guys. Be well. Drink some water. Find some nature to be in. And connect. I love connecting with people. If you want Reiki, connect. If you want to learn Reiki and become a practitioner of Reiki, connect. And I'll set a scheduled time of availability, and it will be in probably a 3 to 4 hour class session. And in that length of time isn't just for the learning and practicing, that's also to give you time to take in the information, apply the information, and ask any questions that you have. I will provide answers without biasness. Okay? I look forward to speaking with you. Have a great day.